Hello children. In the last lecture, we have started with a new chapter, coordinate geometry. So let's continue with the chapter. So first, we'll just revise what we have done in the first class. And then we'll see how to plot the points on the graph. And at the last, I'll be giving you some homework to do in your graph book. Okay, so let's begin with. So what we had seen is the Cartesian plane. Yes, the horizontal line that was called as, this is the horizontal line. Horizontal line was called as x-axis. This vertical line was called as y-axis. And your x-axis and y-axis intersect at a point that is called as origin. It is denoted by 0. Okay. Then we have seen that both the axes divide the Cartesian plane into 4 parts. Yes, and each part was called as quadrant. So each quadrant, that is, this is my first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. Yes, and this Cartesian plane was also called as xy plane. XY plane, Cartesian plane. Okay, XY or Cartesian plane. Next, we had seen that x coordinate is also called as abscissa, y coordinate is called as ordinate, and any point whose abscissa is x and ordinate is y can be written as x comma y. That means your x, I have to write always my x coordinate first, comma the y coordinate. Hope this is clear. Now we are going to see how to plot the points. So take your graph paper, and those who don't have graph paper, no worries. Take your notebook, class notebook, that is maths note, and in the maths note itself you can do it. Okay. So this is my graph paper. What you should do is, at the center, draw horizontal line in the sense x-axis, and vertical line, that will be your y-axis. So you'll be having, after drawing the x-axis and y-axis, you'll be having such form. Okay, mark toward your left hand side of the origin will be negative, right hand side of the origin it will be positive, and bottom of your origin it will be negative, top of the origin it will be your positive. Okay, so this is my y-axis and this is my x-axis. Okay, clear? So we'll see how to plot the points. Now check, I have taken a point A. Now see, I have to find what is the coordinate of this point. So how to find the coordinate? It's just simple. This is the point A. What you do is, just drop a perpendicular from point A on y-axis. Okay, and drop a perpendicular on x from your point A. Now, since we know that your x coordinate is what? Distance of the point from y-axis. So distance of the point from y-axis is this distance. So this distance is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So my x coordinate of A, it will be 6, and y coordinate it will be what? That means just it is 1. This you can write it here. Okay. So my coordinate of A will be 6, 1. Easiest way, drop the perpendiculars and see on x-axis which number and on y-axis which is the number. That is the coordinate. Okay. Now let me check whether you have understood or not. Now see, the point D I'll be taking. Point D, if I want to check what are the coordinates of D, what I have told, just drop a perpendicular from D on y-axis and drop a perpendicular from D onto your x-axis. And now see, what should be my x coordinate? It should be -7 since it is left of the origin. Then what will be my y coordinate? It will be 4. Yes, is it easy? So you can write what is my coordinate of D? -7, 4. Is this clear? Now see for the point B. Point B again, drop the perpendicular on x and y axis respectively. So what are the coordinates of B? It is -5, 6. Is this clear? Next, point C. Just try whether you can tell what are the coordinates of C. Drop the perpendicular from C to the x. Drop the perpendicular to the y. So what is the point? First my x coordinate and then my y coordinate. So it will be my 3, -3. Now just check the coordinates. In my first coordinate, my coordinate of A was 6, 1. Yes. Now see, in my first coordinate, my both are positive. In my second quadrant, sorry, not coordinate, quadrant. In my second quadrant, my first one is negative and the y coordinate is positive. In my third quadrant, it is y coordinate and x coordinate both are negative. Both are negative. Clear? And in the fourth quadrant, I have x as positive and y as negative. Is this clear? This should be always in the mind because some questions will come. Okay? If point is 6, 1, in which quadrant it lies? So both positive, it should be in the first quadrant. Is that clear? So see the next one. Now I have given here again some points. We'll see what are the coordinates of the given points. Let us check for the point G. This is the point G. To find the coordinate of G, what we have done? We said we have to drop the perpendiculars to check the distances. I'll be drawing from G on your y-axis. And from G on x-axis, can I drop a perpendicular? No. Why? It is on x-axis. Clear? So on x-axis, see on x-axis, can I say that always my y is 0? Check whether on x-axis I will have always my y as 0. Yes? So if I take the point G and if I drop a perpendicular here, yes, I'll be having y as 0 and x coordinate, it will be what? The distance from y axis is -2. So it is -2, 0. -2, 0. Clear? Now see the next for point F. Point F, just drop a perpendicular from F on x-axis. Drop a perpendicular from F onto y-axis. Onto y-axis can I drop? No. Since F is on y-axis. And check whether on y-axis always what is the value of x? Is it always 0? So here my coordinate of F, I'll have x coordinate as always 0. What is my y coordinate? Y coordinate is -6. See whether this is it clear? Yes, hope it is clear. So let's try for the next one and you have to tell what should be. What will be the coordinate of E? It is on x-axis. So on x-axis always my y is 0. and which is this point is 3, right? So the coordinate of E is 3, 0, and the coordinate of H I will have what? It is on which axis? It is on Y axis, right? So I'll be having always my X as 0. X coordinate will be always 0. And what is my Y coordinate? It is 5, since it is top of the origin. Clear? So what we can conclude here? We can conclude that any point on x-axis is of the form x, 0, right? So point E, it will be always of the form what? 3, 0. Then any point on Y is of the form 0, y. That means any point on Y axis will be always 0, y. For H it is 5. Clear? And coordinate of the origin is always 0, 0. See, for the coordinate of origin is this. Over this, my x coordinate is 0 as well as my y coordinate is 0. So always my coordinate of origin is always 0, 0. This is the important one. This one is the important. Most of the time the question is asked. Okay. Then this is the homework I have given on your graph paper, on the same graph paper, one itself. Or if you don't have, write or plot the points in your notebook itself. Okay. In the same graph paper, you have to plot the 7 points and you have to mention in which quadrant they are. Okay. Suppose it is 1, 2. 1, 2, both are positive, so it will be in first quadrant. Okay. Similarly, you have to check. If any point is on x-axis, you should write it is on x-axis. If it is on y-axis, you have to write it is on y-axis. Okay. In that case, it won't be in the quadrant, on the quadrant. Next, I have given again 8 problems. Short questions are just one word answers. You have to write it and hope everything is understood. Thank you.